Oh, you're so sweet.
Hey guys, look, my shirt matches my dog. Neely's gonna be a character in today's video. Isn't that sweet of him? Neely, are you scared of the light? You're a dork. Hey, I'm sitting down now.
I love you too.
I have a curtain. Hey guys, what's up? So today we are going to do a 10 things you didn't know. They're just random freaking facts that I know and I feel like most people don't know, and I wanted to make a video today. So I've had this in my notes for a while and I decided my just a little bit dorky shirt was perfect to wear during my 10 things you didn't know video. So therefore, let's get started. Number 1, ice removes stains. And I'm not just talking like it removes stains to the point where you can just barely see it. If you put ice on any stain, no matter what it is that made the stain. Don't expect any miracles though. Like, it only works with food for the most part. Don't expect it to get out paint or oil or anything. As soon as it happens, like for example, one time whenever I was younger, I spilled an entire plate of spaghetti down the front of me in a restaurant, and I was wearing a white shirt. My mom asked for a glass of ice, took me to the bathroom, took my shirt, and just soaked the whole thing until there was no more spaghetti sauce on my shirt. And she just took the ice and like rubbed it in. And the reason why that works is because the cold part Neely's not having it. Hey, quit that. The cold particles of the ice cubes replace whatever it is that is trying to seep into your cloth. And it's because cold is so much denser than something that's not cold. So all of the little atoms and molecules like replace it and wash away all of what's extra and left over. And then you can't see the stain anymore. But you have to do it like right away. Like, don't let it sit there for like an hour because it might not work. Number 2, put a straw in your popcorn when you go to the movies to get popcorn. Because if you put the straw in there, you put the butter on the top, put the straw, and then you can put the butter through the straw and it will get butter in the bottom of your popcorn bucket. So that way you don't have to make a second trip in the middle of the movie to re-butter your popcorn. It's extremely useful. Some dude told me that in the line at a movie theater whenever I was in high school. And I was like, are you serious? That is the most brilliant idea I've ever heard in my life. And it works. I promise you. Just don't forget to get one of the straws whenever you're at the cashier's. And then you just put your butter on the top, stick the straw into the popcorn, and line up the little butter nozzle with the straw. And you can like even take the straw and like move it around in the popcorn as the butter's pouring, and like take the whole bag and just move it around. Make sure that the straw is on the nozzle. Works wonders, I promise. Number 3. I think that's 3, right? Right? Yeah. I don't know. But number 3. Whenever you get out of the shower, the last like minute or 2, run really cold water, like way colder than what you would take a shower in. Whatever classifies as cold, like not cool water, cold water. If you run that on your hair and all over your skin, it closes all of your pores and makes them healthier, so that way they're not like open and allowing your makeup and everything else to clog your pores. So that makes your skin healthier. And then also, if you do that, it makes your hair less staticky, which I don't know if you're like me, but I get static hair like all year round, and I promise you it does help. It doesn't get rid of static, but it helps wonderfully.
Number 4.
So another useful tidbit about ice. Ice actually, Neely, are you really gonna squeak your toy? I'm trying to do a video over here. Do you not see me doing a video? Such a brat. Ice raises indents in your carpet. So Like if you have a piece of furniture that you're wanting to move and then you move it and there's indents all over your carpet from where it was, if you just stick ice cubes in those indents and leave them there until they melt, the indents will be gone permanently. It's great. And it doesn't stain your carpet or anything. Just make sure that you don't leave too big of ice cubes. If you have like hardwood floors underneath or something, if they're just like a rug, make sure you don't like leave it there and melt it and then leave like a big puddle, you know? Common sense, right? Well, Paige here doesn't have any common sense at all. So I wanted to tell you guys that. So that way, if you're like me and you're just book smart and not common sensible, is that a word? Common sensible? I think that's the word. But if you're like me and you have no common sense, then there's a little bit of information to help you out. Are you bringing me your chicken? No, I can't have it? Okay, I love you too. Number 5. Hey, I can count to 5 because that's how many fingers I have on my hand. Who would have thunk it? Oh, thank you for your nice little sound effects. That was so sweet. Okay, number 5. I eat celery. No. Whenever you eat celery, you are actually burning more calories than you are consuming. So eat celery if you're on a diet. Because I don't know. I just thought that was cool. Some girl told me that in high school and I was like, hey, that's so awesome. I bet people could eat celery. But like, I don't even think that it has any nutrition. So it's just like stringy water. But yeah, I thought I'd include that in my little tidbits of information on this 10 things you didn't know. Number 6, and this one blew my mind. Blue from Blue's Clues is a girl. Like, what? What? Blue is a girl, but Blue had a girlfriend that was pink. I don't even remember Blue's girlfriend's name, but she was pink. Blue is blue, and I just can't even believe it. Like the description of the actual show, Blue's Clues, says blue and then she or something like that. But how are you supposed to know that? What in the show tells you that Blue is a girl? Everyone thought that she was a boy. Everyone. What the heck? And that's just another reason why we have gender issues with colors. Like, obviously, if we stereotype blue into being a boy just because blue is blue, that's pretty messed up. But everyone that I've ever asked, and after I found out this information, thought that Blue was a boy. And nowhere does it say, besides the description of the show, that Blue is not a boy. So I think that's pretty messed up information if you want to ask me. But you know what? Gender roles are not supposed to exist and colors are not supposed to determine your gender, and I think that that is pretty awesome that they actually made Blue into a girl whenever they made that show, because that show is pretty old, and by doing that, that says something for society in general. Hopefully more of those types of things will come to pass eventually in the upcoming years. Okay, so number 7 is kind of like random, but if you have an iPhone, like I have an iPhone, and most people on the planet have an iPhone at this point. Well, not on the planet, like, I don't know, a lot of people have freaking iPhones, okay? So, you have a 3-foot charger. And yes, you can totally buy those generic cheap-ass chargers that are like 10 feet long. But they almost always quit working eventually, and you just have to buy a freaking another one, or you have to spend another 20 bucks on a jank-ass charger that's not gonna last you even freaking a year. So, I'm here to save you your money and your heartache, okay? This is what I do. This right here, this is an Apple charger. 100% Apple. Here's the end of it, all 100% Apple, okay? This plugs into my Amazon. It's Amazon Basics. It costs 10 bucks. You literally just type in USB extension cord on Amazon, and there you go. And this is not sponsored by Amazon. I'm just helping you guys out, okay? This is what I use to extend my charger, and it actually makes it 13 foot long because I'm pretty sure this is 10 feet, but it's just a male and female USB cord. That's all it is, and it works like a charm. I've had this for like 5 or 6 years. And this is literally what I plug in. I just plug the one end into the Apple thing, the wall charger, and the other end into the actual USB lightning cable. And it doesn't even make a difference. Like, your phone still thinks that you're actually plugging in just a straight up Apple cable every single time. I swear to you, it works perfectly. There's never any problems. It's always worked for me, and I never have to stay within 3 feet of a wall outlet ever. It's so great. So great. Okay. Number 8 is something that my dad told me, and I feel like most people this doesn't really apply to because I've never really needed to get a cooler full of ice, but I also don't drink beer. So if you drink beer and you get ice coolers all the time out of those ice machines that literally just like, that's all they do is freaking pour ice at you, this is going to help you. All you have to do is take a cooler and set it on the ground, because they don't have like the automatic thing. They just have like this little slot, and it's like this long, and then it sets like this far up off of the ground. So you have this cooler, and in order to make sure that all of the ice goes straight into the cooler, you take a Coke box or a beer box or whatever, you cut out the 2 ends, and it's actually helpful if you keep half of one of the end because it keeps it stabilized. And basically you have a Coke box and then cut one end, like literally the end of it, just cut it in half. I need to show you. Hang on. So we're gonna pretend that this is a Coke box, although this might work too. I don't know. Like I said, my dad showed me this or told me that he does this. But this is the end that you would leave half of it good, and then this is the end that you would just cut the whole thing off. You would stick this side up to the actual ice machine, and then the ice would pour out this end, and you keep this side when you're out of breath from running around trying to find a stupid box to cut open, and then you have to cut it open, and then you have to come back to your video. You keep this side on here like halfway so that way it doesn't go as you're pouring. So yeah, that's number 8 or 9. I can't remember now, but it was 8. So, number 9. Not number 9. Number 9. If you kill an ant and you smush it or something, expect for all the other ants to follow where you killed that ant, because that ant releases alarm pheromones whenever it's in danger. And the only way that I've been able to figure out that it doesn't actually happen because the vacuum sucks up all the pheromones along with the ant is if you just vacuum them. You just vacuum those little ants up, and then no more ants come because all the other ants can't smell the pheromones because you vacuumed it into a vacuum cleaner. But make sure that the vacuum cleaner that you're using actually kills the ants, because my mom said that she's had that happen and she vacuums them and then all the ants freaking crawled out of the vacuum. Like, how terrifying, right? Well, me and Ken had an ant invasion where there were literally thousands upon thousands of ants. It was like a black line on our floor for like 15 feet all the way across our floor that was literally this thick to our freaking trash can. They came out of the middle of the house, an interior wall in the middle of the house. I'm like, how does that even happen? Okay, but the interior wall, like the corner where the doorstop is, for some reason, I guess, has a hole that goes all the way to the outside of the house. Don't ask me. I don't know. This is a slab-built home, so I don't know how that works, but it happened. And the line of ants was solid black, like this freaking wide, and it was just ants. And so we vacuumed them for hours. Took hours, because as soon as we would vacuum them up, they would be all gone, and then 10 minutes later, they would all come back. And it was like, where are they coming from? So we had to buy a bunch of ant traps, but at this specific day when this happened, We didn't have any ant traps, okay? So we had to vacuum them, and it was terrifying. I was almost in tears vacuuming them because he was not here whenever it happened, and it was so scary. You don't even understand. But yeah, ants release pheromones, and as soon as you kill one or smush it, all of its little alarm pheromones are like, hey, everybody else, come and save me, only it's already dead. So then they get extra mad and they start like biting your toes and shit, and that's a true fact. Like, it really happens, I swear. So don't kill them, just vacuum them. That's today's lesson. Number 10, and this is probably one of the coolest ones. Popcorn one was the coolest, and this is the second coolest, okay? The gas gauge in your car, and this isn't true for all vehicles, like across the board, not all vehicles say this, but the gas gauge on your dashboard either usually has an arrow pointing to which side of the vehicle, the actual gas thing where you take the nozzle out and you put it in your car, it has an arrow on the dashboard. Either that or the actual gas gauge is on that side of the dashboard. But Ken told me that, or somebody told me that, and I was just like, what? So, what? Because I just recently, like within the last year or two, I totaled my Explorer and I got a new vehicle and it was on the other side and I would park the wrong direction every single time. And I was like, crap. And whenever I started driving, I would park the wrong direction all the time. And then I would like take the gas thing out and be like, oh yeah, I'm 16, I have a car, I can get my own gas. And I would put it over to my car, and I'd be like, where's the gas gauge? Where's this shit at? And then I'd have to like put the gas thing back in the gas tank dispenser, and then I would have to drive all the way around and like turn my car around. It was just so much hassle. And all this time, I had an arrow on my dashboard pointing to the direction of my gas tank. I was like, ah! But yeah, that happened. I hope you guys really freaking enjoyed this 10 things you didn't know video, because I, for one, enjoyed making it because I love talking to you guys. You guys are the best, man. And I really hope that you freaking love my just a little bit dorky t-shirt, because I love my dorky t-shirt, and it also has my Yorkie on it, and it almost looks exactly like my Yorkie, and it embodies my nerd emoji. That's like my favorite emoji of like all time, okay? I love that emoji. And my second favorite one is the ice cream with sunglasses on you now. That one's pretty cool too, but the nerd emoji is definitely like number one in my book. Oh, thank you for your sound effects. So, if you guys like this video, make sure that you push the like button or the thumbs up button, whatever you want to call it. And Neely's going to add some sound effects for the end of this video. And I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, conundrums, make sure you put it in the comments below, because I love getting your guys' comments and I love responding to it. And I try to respond to everybody. And if I miss you, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to. I just didn't see it. And I love you guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I put out new videos every single week, and I'm a procrastinating ass bitch, so don't expect it to be the same day every week or even remotely the same at all. It's not gonna happen. I do, however, try to upload around 2 on whatever day. So if you are quite a while past 2, then it's probably not going to be that day. But don't quote me on that, because it's not guaranteed. I love you guys. Bye. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with the actual steps that you need to take in order to get your YouTube channel verified, because that's why you're all here, right?